What's up, guys? How we doing? You know, like freaking YouTuber. Um, how we doing, guys? Beautiful day out here. May 14th, my mom's birthday, first birthday. Happy birthday, Ma. But her first birthday in heaven, and spending it with her mother. But yeah, I'm just out here. Not much of a video. Just gonna kind of film myself, saddle, and kind of show my tack a little bit. Maybe a little bit of riding, but not really. Kind of a chill vlog. I'm hoping I can even catch these suckers. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, just been working tractor supply. Can't really film in there because it's really boring, repetitive, but mainly physical work, and I can't really film myself doing it. But also the copyrighted music they play in there all the time. I'm kind of getting sick of listening to country music, or just music in general, like working in there, playing all the time, excuse me. But anyway, oh, also I had someone I went to school with. She was a grade ahead of me. You know who you are if you're watching this. She was like, yeah, I'm a big fan, you know, I've just been watching you singing and stuff. I don't mean to be creepy. I said, no, it's not being creepy. You know, that's what I want people to do. Get the viewership up, you know, get the algorithm going so people see it. And that's how you kind of blow up, you know. And so, here they come. Oh, I can't zoom in, but you see them. Anyway, that's how you blow up. And so I was really grateful for that. And she was like, yeah, you're the best creation to come out of our hometown and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I appreciate that. So, feels good. It feels good. Montana. Okay, that's not for you, but that's fine. You can share. What's up, buddy? Lucky boy. So here's a trick. Tricky. Let's catch him up. That's Prayer. The paint, that's my stepmom's horse. That's Jack. We've had him since he was younger. So since I was a kid. This is Montana. She's just a boarder. But they're all friends here. These three. I'm kind of zoomed in. But these three are friends. And so is my horse. My horse is like, yo, this is my food. Back off. Anyway, sharing is caring. If I get him to follow us. Here, you can have some too. You want some? Nope. He's like, nope. I'm good. I know what that means. Do. Come on. Yee. Come on, guys. Jeez, dude. Can we wait? Got Monty in there, Montana, so I can trim her up. Her feet. Because if you guys don't know, like horses, their feet, they don't naturally trim their feet down because their hooves, as you can see, their hooves keep growing, and you got to trim them down. They don't naturally wear down just like Mustangs. If you guys didn't know that, so it was rain, man. You gave it all away. Apologize. It's like, motherfucker. There's your tack room. That's that right there. If you can't tell. Cowboy Joe. Jew, not Jew. Joe. And so, just gonna kind of just do it like a simple video. Just kind of showing me brushing and what I do. I got some tangle in here. You guys are wondering, keep his tail in a bag because he's got really nice tail and mane that I keep the tail in a bag to keep it nice and clean and stuff. Just gonna do, it's called a curry comb. Just kind of get the top layer and dirt and stuff off, and dead hair and stuff. Kind of curry comb that off if you don't really like that. Nice and slow. Shoot, man. Careful with that curry comb. It's got like little metal teeth here, and so sometimes you do it too hard, you don't like that. So. See the brand right here, half circle, lazy JM. It's lazy because it's laying. The J and M is laying on the side. You know, because I'm lazy. I don't know who you talk to. Scares me every time. Problem with the tail bag, it uses it like a weapon. Yep, just gotta brush them off. Yo. Don't eat your food. I do all my own farrier work. You guys can see from other videos. I'd say I'm pretty good. I know enough to get myself in trouble. You know? Like I started branching out a little bit with like other people besides myself, like my own horse or my dad's horses. Like when they there's a border here, they ended up losing a shoe and they were like, hey, can you put it back on, or it got bent or something, they would trust me to put it back on. And the first time it went well, and then recently tried it again. I guess I just put a nail in the wrong spot, you know, and the horse was lame for a little bit, so now I'm sure they're not going to ask me again. But you know, it is what it is. You got to just trust yourself. And they asked me to do it. It wasn't like I, you know, it was like, hey, I can do a better job. No, they asked me to do it. I did it for one time and it worked. It was fine. It was great. It stayed on better than the other farrier shoe. And then I don't know. I just messed up with this other one. So here, this is a detangler. It just basically, you just spray it in the hair and it's easier to brush. And he's kind of uneasy with that. But I kind of I don't hold them down, but I'll just spray here. And see, horses, oh, gotta put it on spray. See, horses want to fight up, and so to counteract that, I'm not gonna hold his head down, but I'm just gonna kind of just have a little hold on the rein here, on the lead rope, and I'll spray back here, and I'll spray towards his head, and when his head goes up, I'll coax it down and release, and spray, and then when he's doing what I want, I stop, because horses learn that when they're doing what you want them to do, you stop, and then they're like, okay, every time I do that, he gives me peace. So here, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna spray, we'll wait, release, and when he lowers his head, I'll release. I messed up there. I kept stop spraying when he was lifting, but spray, release. Spray, keep his head down, release. No. Wait. And when I'm spraying back here, we'll wait, release. And I'm spraying from the back towards the back of his head, because when they raise up, if he sees that when he's raising up he's getting still sprayed in it, then he's going to want to go away from it. I want his head to go down, so I'm going to spray towards the back of his head so that it makes him go away forward instead of spray. A lot of people make a mistake where they're spraying in front of it and they'll spray at him and then he'll back up and fly backwards. Well, then spray behind him, coax his head to come down, spray behind him, then release when he comes down. Trick right there. And then just a regular hairbrush. I'll kind of work that in there and just, you know, brushing hair. And don't forget to pet on them and love on them, you know. You get caught up in it being a job. Like I was helping my sister's boyfriend catch one of my dad's horses, and we finally got him. And most people, I mean, he didn't hit him, but, you know, most people want to get mad and be like, oh, why didn't you let me catch you, and hit him? And that's obviously the wrong move, because the horse doesn't understand why you're hitting him. So when you just start hitting them, they just think, okay, this guy's abusing me. I'm gonna leave. You know, I don't want to be around him next time. But anyway, but you also got to remember, once you get him, you got to pet him. And he wasn't petting him. I was like, pet on him, and he didn't pet him. I'm like, well, you know, you got to make sure you show some love to these horses, otherwise, a little love goes a long way. And then I got regular just brush here, and the rest of the top of the, I guess the curry comb didn't take the top. It was actually digging down to the bottom, bringing everything, lifting everything to the top. And this just takes the top part layer off that I coax to the top. And so anyway, you guys get the gist. That's my little horse tip of the day. So I didn't know what to film today, so. Kind of saddled my horse without showing you guys, but I just kind of come up here, throw it on. I threw it on with the pad, and you set it up. Pads out here, out front a couple inches, and stirrups, and got a back cinch because I do like the rope, but I like to ride with a back cinch anyway, just to give you more support in the back end of the saddle. Sometimes ride with a breast collar, which is just a front support, but don't really need it right now. But yeah, that's my saddle. I'll kind of show you guys a little bit, but we got nice rope and horn. Gotta replace that. And yeah, I bought it at Teskey's outside of Weatherford. And then I had this made by Wiggins, bits and spurs and stuff, years ago when I was a kid. And a nice silver cantle cap here with my brand on there. I put it on the back. I used to have it on another saddle. I took it off and sold that saddle and put it on this one. And then yeah, this is the other side. This looks pretty much the same. Got my little thing where I got to put my rope on here, but yep. And actually, the stirrup leathers were actually getting old and worn out, so I bought these off Amazon. And I dyed them to kind of match with the saddle, and put them on there, and they look actually match pretty good. You see the flower here, the flower on here, so not too shabby, you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna bring in. I'm gonna leave him tied up right there for now. He's done till we ride, and I'm gonna bring Monty in, which is over there, Montana, and I'm just gonna trim her up a little bit, make some extra cash while I'm here riding. So with trims, I make $40, and halves or fronts, which I put shoes on the front, is $60, and then a full set, which is what my horse has, which is just you know, shoes on both the front and the back. Those are $120. So basically double, just the fronts, you know, because then you have the backs. And yeah, you do that every like 6 weeks or so. You change them out, and because the hooves keep growing. So anyway, get her trimmed up, and I'll probably show you guys a little bit of me riding. I don't know how good that'll be, but it's kind of just short video showing you guys what's going on and how I do things. So man, you can ask for a more beautiful day though. Horses on my left and horses on my right. Let's go. Excuse me, buddy. Oh, crack here. Freaking post in this railroad tie. That's not good. Don't pull back. Anyway, they're trimmed up. And so I really didn't explain my tools. This is my my shafts. And keep my legs from getting worn out and poked and stuff by nails and other hard shit. Shaps. Most people say chaps, but I like shaps better, so I go with that. Little clips in the back. See my nice boost. But these are clippers, just like big toenail clippers, but you know they got one big nail, so big toenail. So I got clippers. These crimpers, not really going in order, but you see that big kind of twist out there. Crimpers are for when I put the shoe on and nail them on. Then the nail will stick out the side of the hoof wall, and then you just kind of bend the nail down. So that's what they do. I call them crimpers. These look like the clippers, but they're got a little wider, you know, puller. These are obviously they're what I just said. What I just said. They pull the shoe off to the pullers. They just kind of get in that shoe and pull in, take the shoe off. So they kind of get the bottom part in here. This is obvious. A hammer, putting in, hello, you guessed it, putting in horseshoe nails. The shoes. That's just a box of nails that ran out. What else? Oh, we got, this is just kind of needle nose pliers, but these things, kind of different. They, looks like a insect or something. But anyway, these actually, when you put a nail in and it's in the wrong spot, you can put it on the nail and it'll just take that nail right out. It goes right around that nail head right here, and it pulls that nail right out. So I guess just nail pullers. And then I just got some more stuff in here, you know. I got, oh, can't forget about my hoof knife. My hoof knife is specifically designed on this side in the hook to get that inside the shoe. This is what it's called, the sole. There's like people feet, but anyway, you can dig that out, and that kind of grows into, and it's like a I don't know, it's like a chalk kind of, but it's made out of melatonin, or no, not melatonin, keratin. Keratin is what your nails are made of. So this big ass nail. And then just kind of hoof conditioner and stuff. Oh, forgetting about the main attraction here. Big ass. It's called a rasp, but it's basically just a finger, you know, just a, you know, a big version of our finger file. You know, it could be called a file. And then it has small things on the back, and then bigger ones in the front. And this kind of, you know, you guess it takes more off from the bigger end and less off from the smaller end. And yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna get to just trimming her today. Oh, and I forgot. This is a poor excuse for a hoof stand. Hoof stand basically, so when I'm here and I gotta pick up their feet and have their foot right in front of me, and then I can just kind of rasp it and shit. So, and then the back feet, you come here and you put the back foot on, and then you rasp it and stuff, and I stand like this and rasp. So it's a little dance to it. But anyway, that's what goes on with that. And I made this and couldn't guess. Not very good. And yeah, these aren't really important, but they're I'm on a motorcycle. But out in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky. Yeah, these are called pads. They go in during the winter time, so I wasn't really going to show you, but they go in and they go in the hoof. The shoe goes on top of this, and then basically these things, these tubes inside, will pop snow out when snow goes in. But that's not pouring out because we're pretty much in the summertime now, so I don't think we got to worry about snow right now. I hope not. But this sucker over here, scratching on here. What are you doing, Hanson? Anyway, so let's get trimming. And so, okay, so I'm gonna come here, run my hand down here, and I'll pick her up. And so I haven't been able to get in here because a couple weeks ago she had a really bad abscess, and so you couldn't really pick up on the other side, and I couldn't really trim her that well. So we let her heal up a couple weeks. And abscess is when they hit something in their sole, which is right here. This is their frog, and this is their hoof wall. And they hit something in their sole, which is right here. It's a hard clump, and it causes inflammation and pus and everything. And that kind of builds up in there because they're trying to, you know, all the white blood cells and stuff. I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor, but they gotta go to heal it, but then they get trapped in there. So then you gotta dig it out, and it's gotta come out. And it causes pressure, so that's why they and the shoe be laying down and stuff. So vet fixed that. I should have finished vet school and I can do that, but so anyway, we're gonna deal with her here. And I come here, and I come to clipper, and I'll clip around this whole edge, and I want to take this whole edge off just like a fingernail, just a lot larger. And if she gives me trouble, I kind of sense it, because I've dealt with horses a while. But I sense it, and then I'll release it, you know, if they're scared. Now, if a horse is getting away with it, I'll, you know, tap them in the belly if they're kind of, if I know they're trying to get away with something. But if they're scared, I'll let them drop their foot and we'll go back at it, because you don't want her to get scared, and then you don't want to get hurt, obviously. Like that, then I'll drop it. Took the old toenail off, so you took what you need to take off, and you can tell because it'll grow out from the sole, and you just kind of prop it in there. I want to make sure you guys can still see what's going on. And then, that's the hard part about this without someone filming. And then I'll come in here, take my rasp, and since she's not getting a shoe, there's certain reasons why she doesn't get a shoe. She just doesn't really need it, and some horses you don't ride, you don't really need to put shoes on. Pastures are nice and soft, you know, they don't need to. And I'll come in here and kind of clean it up just like you would if you cut your nails and then file them down. Come in with the bigger end. Use my nippers to kind of, because right now it's real dry for some reason this spring. Feels like August. But I need the clippers to kind of get some of this stuff I would normally take out with my knife, but take some labor out of my hands getting hurt by just nipping what I can nip away. And I got a lot of this sole. See what I mean? I just got cut right now. It's real hard. So you guys see what I mean? Got a lot of that sole in there. also got to sharpen my knife. But anyways, you guys get the gist. It's going to take me a minute to dig all that stuff out. Got a little, oh, this side. Where's it again? Somewhere in here. So I don't know where it was. There it is. Got a little cut there, but I think I'll be alright. Hopefully. Anyway, so it's not perfect, but it's better than I thought it would get. So I got some of this out. I don't mind leaving it a little long because she needs protection without shoes. So, oh, right here. Leaving it a little long, so she needs some protection in here without any shoes, but got it kind of down, so better than I thought I would. So I'll leave the frog alone. Maybe trim some of this out, but alright guys, now I'm going to show you how to do the front of the hoof. Excuse me. Grab my rasp ball. Actually, I might trim her feet up a little bit. No, it's the wrong angle, but I'm just going to trim her feet up just a little bit. And what I mean by that, I'll show you in a second. So anyway, I'll show you what I just did. So trim the bottom, but what I'm talking about is her feet were growing out a lot. So what I did was, as you can see here, as I trimmed directly around the edge. And now take this rasp, come down, nice easy strokes. You guys ever watch Surf's Up, or he's just stroking? You just come across and let it do the work. Don't put too much pressure on it, and just let it do the work. And just like finding that surfboard, you're finding that hoof and matching it up. Normally I'd have a shoe on there to match it to, but when you don't have a shoe, you just kind of, you want it to be kind of flat. Her foot's kind of messed up, so I'm not going to do too much, but you just got to come across and rasp down what needs to be flattened. Come across here, come on this side. I'm kind of, my hoof stand is a bit of a crap, so I got to kind of support it with my legs. If you're wondering how my back feels, actually pretty good right now, but normally when I stand up, it's like hard from Home Alone 2, you know. You know, standing up. Most people are like, does this hurt the horse? Well, in the front part of this hoof wall, they don't have any nerves. So no, normally it's me. Normally I'm bleeding. I'm hurt more than they are of the blood from the tools. I mean, they can. There's nerve endings in there if you don't know what you're doing. But it's better to not take enough than to take too much. Rasp it up a little bit. Her hoof wall is going to need some time to come back. Not going to look perfect. But we'll get as close as we can. I'll come down with this. This smaller side is just the kind of the finer detail. It's kind of flatten things out and finishing touches. It's all right. little spook there. Come back to it. And then we'll round it out. Bring that toe in. There we go. A little shorter than I wanted, but I wanted it to be, bring that toe in so it doesn't grow out. It starts going a little more hoof wall and straightens out a little bit. You know what I mean? It's a little shorter than I want it because you want it as long as your middle finger most of the time, but did a little shorter so that this part right here will grow in and stop growing out that way like a duck foot or duck bill. So anyway, that's how you trim. I'm gonna get moving so I can get this horse rode, her finished, and my buddy rode. So I'll catch you guys. And then here I wanted to show you guys how I do the back feet. So the back feet, I'll stand off to the side a little bit so she won't kick me. Run my hand down in the crevice here. I'll kind of move my fingers a little bit to let her know that I'm gonna come and ask her. Come down here and you'll see how she picks it up. And you want to stand real close. If she kicks, you want to be real close to it, because then she can't get that momentum to hurt you. And I'll just come down here. Come down here. And sometimes when horses are having trouble picking their feet up, hope you guys can still see me. You just kind of keep that foot low. They like that, prefer that a little better. So keep it low a little bit. Feet aren't as bad as that one, so I'm just coming here. I saw this frog off a little bit. Kind of clean it up a little bit. Come in here. That's all right. She takes it. That's fine. Stand back here, just in case she decides to use it. Go back to work. That's all right. If she gives me too much trouble, I'll kind of give her a tap in the rump and just be like, "Hey, you know, kind of." You know, because I don't like a tap in the rump. Alright, ladies? That surely calms you down. Or we'll get you kicked. Anyway, nothing too serious. Not putting shoes on it, so. Alright, so. Come down here. It's alright. Keep my knees together to hold her foot. And I'll just come right around town here. I keep the bottom of the clippers right at the sole. Sometimes with these horses you just trim, sometimes I leave them a little long so they have some protection. Now pet her. Remember, pet her. Pet them. Give her a second. You see, it should be that simple. Watch. That simple. To lift the foot up. It should be as simple as just touching them. You don't want to sit there and grab it, you know, don't be rude. You don't like someone grabbing you, you know. Well, some of you do. I'll come here and give her a second. And I mean, sometimes I gotta put some, you know, pressure into it. I'm hoping you guys can still see me. My phone didn't die.